The question before us is not whether we approve of the sentiments expressed in his online posts. The question is whether the Constitution protects it and whether the extraordinary penalty of expulsion is justified. Article 3, Section 4 of the Constitution could not be more emphatic. No law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, of expression, and of the press. The Supreme Court has consistently held that political speech and expression occupies the highest rung of constitutional protection. Such protection extends not only to speech that is agreeable, but also to speech that is controversial, provocative, offensive, and even inflammatory. The Constitution that does not merely protect speech that comforts. It also protects speech that disturbs. Totoo, may mga pahayag na hindi nakaabot sa antas ng decorum na inaasahan natin sa kapulungan ito. Ngunit ang kakulangan ng decorum ay sapat na bang basihan para i-expel si Congressman Barzaga? Has by the record, and Congressman Barzaga has by the record already been twice suspended for substantially similar social media posts. The disciplinary power of this institution has already been invoked and imposed. The House has exercised its disciplinary prerogative. The present recommendation to escalate from suspension to expulsion absent a demonstrably graver and distinct transgression invites the question, what constitutional threshold has now been crossed to warrant the severest sanction? Kung ang parehong uri ng pananalita ay dati ng pinatawan ng suspensyon, anong bagong batayan ang magtutulak sa atin ngayon sa expulsion naman? What is now being proposed is not another measure of correction, but the most severe available sanction to this chamber. And this brings us to the principle even more fundamental than the rights of the member, the right of the people. A congressman is not appointed by this House. He is elected by the sovereign will of his constituents. The authority he carries is not ours to bestow, and therefore, it should not be ours to withdraw lightly. Kapag tayo ay nag-expel ng isang miyembro, hindi lamang isang tao ang ating pinarurusahan. Ang tunay na nawawalan ay ang mga mamamayan naghalal sa kanya upang maging kanilang tinig sa Kongreso. We remove not merely a seat, we remove a representation. We diminish not merely an individual mandate, we diminish the electoral choice of thousands of citizens who entrusted him with that mandate. We silence not merely a member, we silence a district. For that reason, expulsion must remain a remedy of last resort, reserved for the conduct fundamentally that destroys the integrity of the institution itself. Expulsion is a constitutional event with direct implications on democratic representation. It must be reserved for circumstances where the members' continued presence so fundamentally impairs the integrity of the institution that no lesser remedy suffices. Ano bang ikinabawas ng Kongreso sa mga sinabi ni Kong Barzaga? Has his continued presence so fundamentally impaired the integrity, legitimacy, or functioning of the House that no lesser remedy is sufficient? Did the institution suffer a permanent injury that cannot be corrected by censure, reprimand, suspension, or public accountability? More importantly, this House must recognize that the individual who felt aggrieved by his statements have not been left without recourse. In fact, they have already availed themselves of remedies provided by law. Multiple cyber libel complaints have already been filed against Kiko Barzaga. Kung naniniwala ang mga nagrereklamo na ang kanyang mga pahayag ay lumampas sa hangganan protektado ng pananalita at naging kriminal na, meron ng umiiral na proseso upang ang mga ito ay mapatunayan. Ang prosesong iyon ay hindi nagaganap sa bulwagang ito kung hindi sa hukuman.
Honorable Bong Suntay, please wrap up.
The courts possess the competence, the procedural safeguards, and the constitutional mandate to determine whether a statement constitutes protected speech or actionable defamation. They can receive evidence, assess intent, determine liability, and impose the penalties prescribed by law. If the statements are indeed unlawful, the courts will say so. If they are protected by the Constitution, the courts will likewise say so. May nasaktan, may nagalit, may nagreklamo, ngunit ang pagkagalit o pagkainsulto, gaano man katotoo, ay hindi pakatumbas ng pagkasira ng institusyon. The Constitution demands a higher threshold before the elected representative of an entire district is removed from office. The true test of commitment to freedom is not whether we protect the voices we agree with. It is when we protect the voices we disagree with. And the true test of commitment to this representative government is whether we respect the electoral choices of the people, even if when those choices are uncomfortable. Ipagpauman ninyo po if I appear to be sympathetic to the plight of Congressman Barsaga. Minsan rin po akong nakaranas dumaan sa Ethics Committee at nanganib na masuspinde dahil sa isang analogy na aking hinayag during a committee deliberation. Nagpapasalamat ako sa ating mga kasamahan na tumayo upang ako ay hindi mapatawan ng parusang suspensyon. At gaya ng pagtayo nila, para maprotektahan ng aking karapatang magsalita, ako ngayon ay tumatayo upang ipaglaban rin ang karapatan ng isa nating kasamahan dito sa Kamara. Hindi lamang para magsalita, ngunit para may pagpatuloy magsilbing boses ng kanyang distrito. Kagaya ng sinulat ni Evelyn Beatrice Hall, I may not agree with what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.